niggas 1 and 2, you know, with the Versace record and things of that nature. Shout out to Big Cam, he shot Bando, you know, early on in their careers. They already had support from Gwinnett.
Right.
So to use that in a form where Cincinnati could use it, if I'm from Hamilton County, I want to get Hamilton County behind me.
Right.
So when I start to spread out to Butler and to all of these other counties, and I say, you know what, I'm going nationwide with it, I have a core base of people that's already on board that love to see me perform.
Right.
You know, and find a way to support one another. Stay lit, remain humble, flat out. We go official. Baby mama, please.
Miss me without the noise. Miss me without the noise. No, I don't do the drama. No, I don't do the drama. Baby, I ain't got no kids. Baby, I ain't got no kids. And I don't want no baby mama. 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 I don't want no baby.
Yo, Phil Dollar checking in. Stay lit, remain humble interview, man. So I got Moetre in the building.
What's good, brother? What's good? How you feeling?
I'm relaxing, man. Enjoying the weather. Yeah. Something like that, I guess you could say.
We missed it by one day. We had like 80 degrees for like 3 days in a row. So we needed this little rain again.
It's raining up there, man.
To the A, though. I know you've been down a few times, probably.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, I've been down a couple times actually, and we ain't been able to link up though. But you did give me a couple connects from city to city, so I definitely appreciate that though.
For sure, it's love. I rock with the brand, man.
I appreciate it. Same here, man. The Take Flight management, like I like that. Like, I mean, so let me tell me a little bit about that. Take Flight.
Take Flight. I started in 2003. For those that do know me, out in Cincinnati, I'm a former artist, and what I noticed about the business was a lot of artists was getting played,
right?
You know, early on, you know, with the MySpace days and, you know, the game going viral and downloads and things of that nature. So me personally, I'm more of a businessman. Even on 2K, I play my GM, you know, because I'm into the contracts and to, you know, stuff like that. So I wanted to create a vibe that artists could feel like, you know what, this guy has my best interest at hand. He's from the streets. The best coach is a player coach.
Right,
you know what I mean? The best coaches are the ones that used to play.
Right.
So starting Take Flight with my wife, we really wanted to create that home feeling, like, you know what, I'm not signed to a label, but, you know, these people, as far as management, when it comes to my paperwork and where my future is headed, you know, they really got my best interest at hand. So we've been going strong. My roster has fluctuated throughout the years. I've represented some of Cincinnati's brightest talent. But currently, the 2018 roster is Jungle Boy, 11-year-old artist. He does music for the kids. You know, real hyper energy.
From Cincinnati?
Yeah, he was born in Cincinnati. Young Butter, which is considered, you know, one of Cincinnati's most talented. We have a lot of offers on the table for him. Free Agent is out now on all platforms. Kill Switch coming soon.
I'm like, coming soon. What you mean coming soon? Like a date? We can get, you can't get a date yet on that one?
Not on Kill Switch. I got to get on the line with him, see how he feel. Comedian Big Stan, he's one of the top promoters in Cincinnati, but he also has a comedic career. We're pushing that. Princess M, she's from Cincinnati. She's a model and dancer. And Trap Fanatic Beats, he's a producer out of Atlanta, actually 2 blocks over from where we are right now. So the 2018 roster is a bit smaller than what people may be used to from me, but you know, I'm a one-man band, so
you gotta focus in sometimes.
Shout out to those that were previous clients, though. I got love for everybody.
So let me touch on the Young Butter situation. Like, how long have you been managing Young Butter?
Since the About Time project.
Since About Time?
Yeah, with AB. Moving on from that, that's how you got Free Agent. Just really getting into his head space. You know, figuring out what he wanted to do with his foreseeable future, the next 3 to 5 years. You know, and as a manager, you have to be able to maintain and manage the career of the person, and not just be into the finished product, into the video shoots, into the studio sessions. Well, how is, you know, Mr. Pitts doing? You know what I'm saying? So with that, we've built a very close bond. I've been aware of him, of course, because of, you know, his lineage in the city, but this point right now, I think he hasn't even reached his prime.
Okay.
But he's at his best right now.
Right now.
Right.
And that's why I was like, I wanted to touch on him because I'm ready for Kill Switch. I've been waiting on it for the longest. Like ever since I've seen him posted, I was like, oh yeah, I'm ready for this.
I'm just gonna drop a few titles that's on the project. He has a record called Forever Kobe. Crazy. He has a record called Color Water, and it's about exactly what the title means, colored water.
Right.
Hitting on just our tribes and tribulations as a nation, being segregated,
right.
coming up out of that, and still dealing with some of the same issues we've been dealing with since the 70s.
Oh.
So Color Water is crazy. Forever Kobe is crazy. He has some major producers on this one.
Okay. Good. Well, moving to my next question, Big Stan. What made you want to go into the comedian side, like the host side? Because you don't see that too often, where hosts have management and like maybe even have a label behind them.
It's more regular than you think, because a lot of people don't see the team.
Right.
You know, I've been supporting Stan for the last 2 or 3 years behind the scenes.
Okay.
But we finally decided to, make it go public so that his booking advances and things of that nature can step up. So, when people know you have representation, they take you a little bit more serious. Right. They're like, oh, well, I have to go through Trey. I know he's out of Ohio, so, there's definitely going to be a deposit involved, but with the comedian standpoint, it offers me as a manager an opportunity to be in a whole nother network environment. Right. We're dealing with hip hop artists and just recording artists, period. You get that same vibe when you're in meetings or you're in networking mixers.
Right. Like
everybody
a robot
wants to shoot you a demo or something like that, which is cool. That's what I signed up for. But as a comedian, you're really pushing the pure raw talent. Okay. And Stan is funny.
Yeah, he is. Stan off the chain.
He'll cap on you, and you can be standing there at $10,000 worth of jewelry. He'll still find a way to let you have it. So.
I've never met him personally though, but I watch him on social media, and it bump. It go crazy. So he's a funny guy, man.
Well, that'll be my next thing. When you get back to Ohio, we'll set up a meeting interview with Big Stan.
That's fine. Okay, sure. On the way then, stay lit.
For sure.
So where do you see what was your inspiration? I guess for starting this. I know you talked about the artists getting played and you yourself, but was that the only point you had, or was there other things that that caught your vibe about this and you wanted to?
I admired my management when I was an artist. Shout out to Dez, Thin Ice Entertainment, and Rob and a bunch of other guys that behind the Moetre brand that got me to 106 Park, got me to appear in the XXL, the Source, the Inquirer, and these are all things that were being done before Cincinnati rappers were getting the just due.
Right.
Writing of records for the Bengals in 2008, 2004, 2008. We did another one. Those are things that weren't done. So, I wanted to kind of continue that vibe. Like, you know what? The game got enough rappers.
Right.
Not that I grew out of it, because I still write from time to time for other artists, but the game needs more representation, more good managers, more good lawyers, more good people behind the scenes, because it's a business. And,
right.
And people don't understand when you say it's a business, that means it comes with a lot of negativity.
Yeah.
You have to be strong-willed internally and not just externally and running around as this talent. But you have to have that team behind you. And I know Beyonce says she woke up like that, but she got a team.
Right.
That make her look like that.
Right.
And beyond that point, there's negotiations, there's meetings that need to go down to make sure that us as the consumer get the best product from whoever in the game. So my inspiration really was, my managers that handled my career, because they did a great job.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Shout out to your managers. Shout out.
Sure.
So something that you could take from Cincinnati, from the differences, or is there differences from Cincinnati and Atlanta, and the ones that you figure out, how can Cincinnati jump on that?
Support. If you support one another, what I've noticed in Atlanta, they support each other. And though you may be from a different side of town, and they may be beefing or whatever the case may be in the streets, but the artists, they understand that as a whole, we win. The Migos, for instance, when they say we from the north that way, the north is North Atlanta, Gwinnett County, 45 minutes from downtown, the heart of it all.
Right.
But they had Gwinnett behind them the entire Gwinnett County behind them. So by the time they were ready to push that sound towards the city,
right,
they already had the support that they needed. So it was just really getting everybody else on board. And once you have Atlanta on board,
right,
now the rest of the world is trying to find out what they're behind on.
Right.
So what was it? Young Rich Niggas 1 and 2, you know, with the Versace record and things of that nature. Shout out to Big Cam. He shot Bando, you know, early on in their careers. They already had support from Gwinnett.
Right.
So to use that in a form where Cincinnati could use it, if I'm from Hamilton County, I want to get Hamilton County behind me.
Right.
So when I start to spread out to Butler and to all of these other counties, and I say, you know what, I'm going nationwide with it, I have a core base of people that's already on board that love to see me perform.
Right.
You know, and find a way to support one another. And support is not coming to someone's event and asking to get in free.
Right.
To support is to say, hey, what's the cover charge? You know, come in there, if they have merch for sale, get the merch. You know, show that unconditional support. And that's what's lacking. Maybe because it's so small and there's just generations of people that know one another, too personal, that Bill has built this wall.
Right.
But me being a Chicagoan and coming to Cincinnati, it's still the Midwest. We still got to go get a spirit. We still got to, you know, take no for answer attitude. That's how I was able to build my brand.
Right.
Because I had Madisonville behind me, then Avondale said, well, what's up with dude? And then once I had enough support, I went to TV. BET 106 and Park. Now I got the entire city of Cincinnati tuning in, cheering for this guy that's not even from the town. But it's just the love that I created because I went neighborhood to neighborhood and I just wanted to see what was up. So support overall.
Support overall. Okay. Okay. So moving down here, like what are like what keeps you going? Like I mean, like why is it so like energy? Like why is it so fun down here?
Everything I want to do is about 20 minutes away. Everything I want to do. You know, social media is the new tour guide, GPS of to do. So if I hop online and I see so-and-so's throwing a party and it's downtown Atlanta, I'm going to check the cover charge, I'm going to check the dress code, and I'm there. Just to be in the know. You know, sometimes some people get hung up into, well, I ain't performing, so I'm not going. You don't have to always perform. You know, sometimes to show face. Right. Spread your energy, spread your love, because you know the Southern way of doing things is real. Right. They have great hospitality. You know, but you know, just coming out on my balcony, understanding where I come from, being motivated by the things that are around me. You know, we got Marvel Studios downtown. Right. We got Tyler Perry. He's downtown, and just a lot of opportunities that if I was in Ohio and I caught that opportunity online, I would say, well, you know, I got to prep for that drive, give me a room for a couple days, you know, make sure I got my resources together. And it's kind of strategic. It doesn't allow me to freelance. Right. But being a resident of Georgia has just opened up so many more gateways for my creativity, my ideas, because I'm not just focused on trying to write an album. I'm trying to find out how can I get my artist to the next social event, or how can I get that next network piece that says, you know what, which we have now, by the way, but that next network piece that would say, you know what, I'm interested in what's going on with this brand that you have coming out of Ohio. Okay.
So from manager to manager, how is it managing different people from different backgrounds? How is that?
Hard.
Yeah, I know. So basically, how do you handle it?
And I don't deviate from it because it's a dictionary to life, man. How to deal with all types of things, and me being a people person, I pride myself on that. So you know, being a manager, you can't just have the connects. You got to be able to connect with your client. Right. You know what I mean? So you know, I know what rubs butter the wrong way. I know what makes Big Stan happy. I know what puts, you know, the younger artists, because kid artists, you got to have the parents involved. Right. You know what I'm saying? So I just pride myself in being able to have good customer service. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Right. Client service to the point to where they're like, you know what, man, Trey, whatever you say, man, let's do it. And that way they can focus on their craft and building themselves.
Okay. And then one question, I want you to tell people, what is a manager? Because most artists, they go get managers because they see the Migos have one or such and such has one, but they're not really prepared for one, and they get it confused with in Cincinnati they call it I forget what they call it, but they call it somebody that's basically giving them money.
Oh, rap daddy.
Yeah, rap daddy. That's what it is. Cincinnati, you call it rap daddy.
Yeah. So I'm very aware of that. A rap daddy is basically a CEO of an independent label that's funding your career. Right. That's fine. I don't know why they labeled it that, but that's fine. That's an investor.
Right.
But a manager would work hand in hand with that investor. So a manager will be someone that handles the personal day-to-day of an artist, just finding out where the best studio is for the best sound for your artist, finding the best videographer, finding the media outlets so that we can, when we did the promo run for Free Agent, I was looking to get them guys with you. The scheduling was just a bit off, but that's a relationship me and you have.
Right.
So as a manager, you have to have more than just the know-how to say, hey, you know what, this record sounds good, we need to get it to radio. You have to have the resources to be able to call the Wiz or call Hot 107.9
right.
and get that meeting and get that program director or that DJ or just someone in the important direction to say, you do have a hit on your hands. Make sure it's protected.
Right.
And let's get you these BDS spins that look good on your resume.
Right.
So just having the all-around resources and know-how makes a great manager. And then trust. If you don't trust them, because I have to be able to speak on the behalf of the client without them being around sometimes.
Yeah.
So that's probably the number one. Trust is what's lost. People want to manage themselves. Oh, you don't need a manager. You don't have to give nobody 15% to do this. But a real serious artist knows he needs that team. And if you can find someone you can trust that's educated
right.
in the music business or just the entertainment industry itself, you're good.
Okay, cool. Well, before we get out of here, I want you to tell some people where can they find you at. And before you do that, what's next for Moetre and Take Flight Management?
What's next is really locking in these deals. Take Flight is nothing without securing foundation for the artist. 2018 is another building year, but like I said, we have reached a plateau of securing some good clients on the business side, label-wise. I'm not too much of an announcement person, so
right.
I won't spill beans quite yet, but be looking for Young Butter to make a very strong push in 18. Big Stan, we're looking to get him on Wildin' Out sometime this year in the fall. So support Big Stan. Where you can find me online, my major movements are on Instagram and Twitter. They're both Moetre Montana. Swag Music, that's another partner of mine, Young World. He's in Cincinnati. He has the clothing line, Volte. Did some work with him. So, this is always, a cohesive thing when I speak about the music business on the Cincinnati level. But expect a lot of things that we've been building towards from 16 till now to come to fruition. A lot of people, they don't have the patience, but I don't waste people's time. I can tell you that now. And Take Flight is headed in a great direction because I have great investors that believe in me. And then I believe in my clients. So just stay tuned. Follow me, Moetre Montana. Follow me at Take Flight MGMT. That's the company page, just to get all of the news and updates and things that we have going on. I appreciate you coming out, man. I love the brand.
I appreciate it.
It's very organic. It's very intuitive. And if anybody in Cincinnati hasn't had an opportunity to work with you, they need to know they need to work with you because this is media platform. So they can't jump on when you become world star and the huge conglomerate that I know you plan to be, because then at that point they're gonna have to fill out paperwork and it's gonna cost.
Exactly.
So I deal with grassroots, and when we meet each other at that plateau where it's like, yo, we're walking the red carpet and you on the red carpet for the media, I'm coming straight to you. I'm walking past you and like, yo, get my guy what he needs.
I appreciate that.
For sure. We gotta spread that love.
I appreciate it. Hey, Cincinnati, you heard it first, man. I'm out of here, though. Moetre, Phil Dollar. Stay lit, remain humble.
Stay lit, remain humble. Flat out.
There's plenty fish in the sea. I'm wild and living my life. That parent shit ain't for me. You can catch me on tour. Money, pussy, and weed. And rubbers, I got a lot. I be fucking them by the threes. Oh, yeah. Miss me without a noise.